Hey guys, what's going on? It's CruZzAve here and I welcome each and every one of you to a brand new tutorial video for the guide. And today we're gonna be talking about a topic that seems to be interesting for a lot of you guys. We are gonna talk about through balls. But right from the get-go, I want to state that this video will cover the basics of through passes. So which variations are there, how you play them, so the input on the controller basically. I have some controller animations for you in there as well. And some advice already, which type of through ball is suited best for which kind of situation. But we will get much more in detail about chance creation by using through passes in follow-up videos, which will be released quite soon, so stay tuned for that. In the next couple of days there will definitely already be one about chance creation by using the low through pass. And if you haven't implemented deep passes in your game yet, then this video should definitely be helpful to you, so let's get right into it. So when it comes to through balls, there are three different variations that you can use. The first one, of course, being the normal low through ball, the second one being the threaded through pass, and the third one being the high through ball. And we're taking a look on how to perform each of those. The normal through ball is played by pressing triangle on PlayStation and Y on Xbox, and you just aim the left stick towards the player that you want the ball to go to, or towards the space where you want the ball to go to, because obviously compared to a normal pass, the through ball is going forward into the open space and not directly onto the player that you play the pass to. So keep that in mind, and you can try to adjust the angle in which the pass is going a bit by using the left stick and aiming more towards the direction or towards the open space where you want the ball to end up. The normal through pass has also the biggest variety in usage. If you time it perfectly, you can get a free one-on-one with the goalkeeper. You can also use it to create space for an overlapping winger and get him into a position for a dangerous cross, or you can use it in build-up play where it's quite useful to get in your wingbacks or another midfielder. So there are a lot of different situations where this one is helpful, and we will get into more detail about that in our follow-up video about chance creation with the normal through pass. Next up we have the threaded through ball, which is not only causing my tongue to be tied in a knot, but also can help you to create very dangerous chances. This one is more specific than the normal through pass, and it's played by holding down R1 on PlayStation or RB on Xbox while pressing the through ball button. So essentially you have to press two buttons at the same time, R1 plus triangle on PlayStation and RB plus Y on Xbox. Compared to the normal through ball, this one is aimed deeper, so your player will really try to get in deep behind the defensive line and create a lot of space that your fast wingers or strikers can use to get past the defender and get a free cross or one-on-one on the goalkeeper. To give you an idea of the effect that this can have, we have two examples here. The first one being a normal through ball, and you can see that it's played on the outer side of the wingback and in kind of an horizontal angle. So Neymar receives the ball very early and he still has to run a few meters until he can cross the ball. And in the second example compared to that, we have a threaded through pass played with R1 or RB, and you can see that the angle is much more vertical and the ball is played on the inner side of the wingback even, and Neymar receives the ball almost at the baseline and is already free for a cross without having to do many extra touches. And of course not in every situation this will be the outcome. Sometimes you play a normal through ball and it will be played on the inside as well. It all depends on the situation, but here's just an example how two similar situations can have different outcomes depending on which option you choose. Here you can see another example how this technique really lets you use all the space there is, especially on the wings, but also of course sometimes in the center of the pitch. And we will have more of those examples in the dedicated video on how to create chances with the threaded through pass. Last but not least, we have the lobbed through balls, which are played by holding down L1 while pressing triangle on PlayStation or holding down LB while pressing Y on Xbox. These ones were very effective some years ago in the times of FIFA 13, FIFA 14, but they got reduced in their effectiveness a lot in the past years, and now in FIFA 19 they are sometimes very hard to play because the accuracy is much lower than with the low through balls, and your player really has to have high passing stats, otherwise the ball will just go wide. And they are also harder to receive, so that's why it can happen that you play a very good high through ball and then your player receives the ball and the defender still catches up. Happens a lot in FIFA 19, but with that said, there are still moments when you can create an advantage by using this technique, and most of the times it's when the low through passes are covered, so there are just too many players or there isn't really an angle to get the ball through on the ground, and then a lob pass can really help with that and still let your player use his tempo advantage or create some space on the wing, for example. And also you can play very long through balls which are played into the big open space behind the defensive line. If the opponent is pressuring you, for example, and is positioned very high on the pitch, then these techniques can be useful. And of course here we will also have a dedicated video with more gameplay scenes and gameplay analysis on when and how to use these kinds of through passes. That's it for this tutorial video, guys. As already mentioned in the intro, I know that this knowledge is rather basic and might be obvious to some of you, but we want to help every FIFA player out there, also the newer and not so experienced ones, and I'm imagining that some of them didn't know about these techniques and how they compare to each other already. So leave us in the comment section down below your feedback on how much this was helpful to you, if it was too obvious, or what you want to see in the detailed videos about chance creation with these kinds of techniques. And besides that, you can check out our private coaching by elite and top 100 players in the description or in the info card in the top right corner. And also subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Leave a like if this video was helpful to you, that would be very much appreciated. And as always, I'll better talk to you in the next one. See you then, much love, peace.